Arcturian message, global clearing and the solar flash ascension. Welcome, dear brothers and sisters of planet Earth. I am Ashtar Sheran. Greetings, dear starseeds. I am Lady, and we are the Arcturians. At this moment, your world is experiencing a powerful acceleration triggered by a recent solar flare so potent that it has activated a global clearing sequence within Gaia's energy field. This influx of solar light has catalyzed the release of deeply embedded densities through the lower chakras of your planetary and collective body. Many of you may have felt this energetic purge manifesting in your own lives as sudden mood swings, anxiety, or the resurgence of old fears and survival traumas. The energies of the root and sacral chakras are stirring and releasing. While this may feel unsettling, it is a natural part of the healing process that allows more light to enter. You may have noticed the recent blackout in Schumann resonance charts, which reflected the intensity of this clearing. The frequency spikes temporarily exceeded what your instruments could capture. We wish to highlight the significance of the number 9. During this event, there were 9 distinct energy peaks that emerged in that blackout period, echoing the vibrational theme of completion and integration. From a higher perspective, the number 9 is the number of wholeness and mastery. These 9 energy waves signified the completion of an old cycle and the anchoring of ninth-dimensional frequencies into Earth's grids. This was not a random anomaly but a coordinated infusion of cosmic light that assisted Gaia and all of you in moving to the next level of your ascension process. Know that these events have set the stage for the quantum transformations now underway within humanity. We observe that as these intensified energies sweep through the collective, many individuals are experiencing the emergence of old judgments, criticisms, and emotional turmoil. At times, it may seem that the world is becoming more divided and harsh in its judgments, but understand that this is part of the clearing and purging process. Everything once buried in shadow is being brought into the light of awareness to be healed. As starseeds and awakened souls, your role is not to take on the collective's negativity as your own, nor to resist or fight it directly, but rather to witness it with compassionate neutrality and offer it a path to transmutation. You are meant to be the calm eye in the storm of collective emotions, holding a space of divine neutrality even as waves of anger or fear pass through the field. By observing the rising criticism and discord without judgment and radiating forgiving awareness toward them, you allow those dense energies to dissipate and transform. Remember that the most potent healing frequency you can hold now is that of forgiving consciousness, a heart-open compassion that understands without the need to analyze or judge intellectually. In this way, you serve as living transmuters, helping to clear these energies for the collective by simply loving them into balance. You become a steadfast pillar of peace amid chaos, and the impartial light you radiate becomes a soothing balm for collective wounds, silently fostering reconciliation and understanding. Your compassionate neutrality is a catalyst that helps others find their own center in the chaos and strengthens their spiritual sovereignty. For you are not swayed by external drama but guided by the light of your own higher knowing. By choosing compassion over judgment, you exercise your spiritual mastery and demonstrate the power of divine neutrality in action. As you move toward the next major influx, your summer solstice approaches, a key photonic vertex in your calendar that brings a greater wave of illumination. The solstice is more than an astronomical event. It is an opening where Earth aligns to receive a peak of photonic light from the heart of the galaxy and its central sun. During this period, the planet's vibrational bandwidth significantly increases, meaning Gaia can hold a broader spectrum of higher frequencies in her field. You will likely feel this as an acceleration or amplification of the state you are in, as the light reveals and magnifies your inner reality. This solstice influx is helping to build further the energetic scaffolding needed for the next solar event. Think of it as constructing a foundation or etheric framework that will support the immense shifts of the solar flash when that moment arrives. Each photonic download in these pivotal moments weaves new threads into the grid of the new Earth, preparing the collective matrix to handle a greater leap in frequency. In essence, the solstice acts as a pivot to a higher octave of energy, offering all of humanity the opportunity to stabilize at a slightly higher baseline vibration. Some of you may find that this intense light also highlights any remaining imbalances within you, giving you the opportunity to acknowledge and lovingly release them in preparation for the next phase. We encourage you to consciously welcome the solstice energies, allowing them to cleanse and expand you, for they will empower your journey and strengthen the structure within and around you that holds the light of ascension. This is a sacred turning point that accelerates your path and brings the promise of the solar event closer. It is an ideal time to meditate on your highest intentions and gather in spirit with other lightworkers, as unified focus during this photonic apex can greatly amplify the positive timeline for Earth. Many of you have heard of the Great Solar Flash or solar event, and we wish to clarify that this event is fundamentally a frequency leap for Earth and humanity. It is not a random external phenomenon that simply happens to you. It is orchestrated through vibrational alignment and activated by individual and collective preparedness. In other words, each of you will experience the solar flash according to your personal vibrational state. When you have raised your frequency sufficiently, this influx of cosmic light will feel like a moment of profound awakening, an inner illumination that could be instantaneous and life-changing. The energy of the solar flash is essentially photonic in nature and carries encoded information that speaks directly to your crystalline DNA. Your DNA is not merely a biological molecule. It is a quantum receiver tuned to the language of light. With each burst of solar and cosmic light, a communication occurs between these photons and the crystalline structures within your cells, instructing them to activate latent potentials and higher strands of your DNA. This photonic communication has been occurring in smaller waves, preparing you for the larger leap to come. Thus, the Great Solar Flash is the culmination of many smaller upgrades, a synchronization point where enough souls have tuned their vibration high enough to support a collective shift. This process is guided by divine intelligence and will not occur until the collective is ready to integrate it. So, there is no need to fear the solar flash. Instead, you can look forward to it as a joyful breakthrough that you are actively aligning with through your daily efforts and spiritual growth. Know that you are co-creating the moment and magnitude of this event through the inner work you do on yourselves. Each time you raise your consciousness, you become more receptive to the frequency leap and also help ground that potential for the entire human collective. In the midst of these shifts, we wish to offer you a simple yet powerful daily practice to help you maintain alignment and amplify your light. During this activation, center your awareness in your heart. Feel the eternal presence of the source within you and allow that divine light to fill your entire being. As you breathe slowly and consciously, you become a vessel for divine presence, anchoring it into your physical form and surroundings. You may visualize a golden or crystalline light flowing into your heart, illuminating every cell, or simply feel a warm, loving glow emanating from your core. The specific imagery or method matters less than the heartfelt focus on reconnecting with the truth of who you are, an emanation of source energy. Through these exercises, you train yourself to disconnect from external chaos and nourish your soul with source light. Over time, this consistent practice builds a powerful field of peace and higher vibration around you, making it easier to remain centered no matter what energies swirl in the collective. In essence, this activation is about remembering and frequently returning to your divine center so that you carry that centered presence into everything you do. As you practice this exercise regularly, you will notice spiritual shifts within and around you. Each time you fall into stillness and align with the source field, you are essentially remembering your shared origin with all life. In those moments of pure presence, the illusion of separation dissolves. You tangibly feel that you and all beings emanate from the one source. This remembrance of shared origin is immensely powerful, as it undermines the foundation of fear-based control structures that rely on humanity's disconnection and division. In the space of unified consciousness, old energies and manipulative narratives simply cannot maintain their hold over you. You become naturally sovereign and centered in your divine truth, less susceptible to any external attempts to pull you into lower vibrations. Moreover, each pause of stillness you take not only elevates you, but also ripples outward as a pulse of high-frequency light through the planetary energy grids. In your love-filled silence, you emit crystalline codes that interconnect with Gaia's ley lines and energy grids, subtly transforming them. Imagine these brief moments of unity sending rings of light like a stone tossed into a calm pond. Those ripples extend far and wide, intersecting with Earth's evolving frequencies and supporting the shift of planetary systems toward greater harmony. Over time, The accumulation of these light pulses from many awakened souls creates a powerful momentum that helps stabilize fifth-dimensional harmonics on Earth. Thus, by simply committing to your daily stillness and radiance, you are actively dissolving old paradigms and helping to usher in the new dimensional reality. Do not underestimate the impact of these seemingly small moments of alignment. You are truly changing the world from an energetic perspective. Through these practices of stillness and alignment, you are also resetting what we would call the inner governance of Christ consciousness within you. The source field, that infinite field of divine love and intelligence, is most directly accessed in moments of profound stillness. When you regularly touch this inner source field, you invite your higher self, your Christ aspect, to take the lead in your life. Christ consciousness here refers to the enlightened awareness of unity, unconditional love, and divine wisdom that resides in your heart. By turning inward and upward for guidance, you are effectively restoring your inner sovereignty, allowing this higher consciousness to govern your thoughts, emotions, and choices rather than the ego or the many external voices in your world. You may notice over time that your intuition strengthens, your discernment sharpens, and you feel a steady sense of peace about what is right for you, even if it diverges from societal conditioning. This signifies that you are aligning with spiritual integrity, living in vibrational alignment with Source and the truth of your soul, rather than strictly adhering to external ideals of spiritual behavior. It is a state of being where you no longer seek validation or direction outside yourself because the compass of your soul is active and clear within. We see many of you now stepping into this form of spiritual sovereignty, guided by the inner light of Christ consciousness. This is a crucial development in the Ascension journey. As more of you trust and embody your inner divine guidance, the collective moves further away from old paradigms of control and toward a higher order founded on love and unity. As more individuals reclaim this inner divine governance, the outer world will gradually reflect this higher order as well, transforming society from the inside out. Another key aspect of your mission now is to radiate love impartially, even toward those individuals or groups who may be immersed in dissonant energies. It is easy to love those who are kind, like-minded, or spiritually aware. The true test and greatest service is to extend that unconditional love to those who seem to act from anger, fear, or ignorance. These souls manifesting discord are often the ones most in need of the healing light of love, even if they do not consciously ask for it. When you hold them in a space of compassion, seeing beyond their actions to the divine being that is wounded or lost within them, you effectively begin to neutralize the karmic loops that keep humanity trapped in cycles of retribution and suffering. By sending love where there is hate, by offering forgiveness where there is pain, you break the chain reaction of negativity. The love you radiate does not impart judgment. It is given freely and unconditionally and therefore carries a divine neutralizing effect. This impartial love is not about approving harmful behavior but about recognizing the spark of Source, even in those who have forgotten it, and choosing to address that spark rather than engaging with the distortion. By doing so, you align with the higher perspective of your ninth-dimensional consciousness, which holds all beings as part of the One. Your love becomes a healing force that can disarm even darkness simply by no longer feeding fear or anger. Over time, this approach will uplift even so-called dissonant beings or at least shield them from being pulled into lower vibrations by their turmoil. One of the most powerful contributions you can make is to love those who seem unworthy of love, thereby weaving threads of unity where there was once division. While radiating unconditional love, it is also vital for you, as starseeds, to practice energetic withdrawal from the dualistic narratives unfolding in your world. There are many loud voices and dramatic storylines in the current collective that seek to pull you into an us versus them mentality, provoking anger, fear, and separation. Engaging in these polarizing dramas only serves to entangle your energy in the old three-dimensional paradigm of conflict. We invite you to step back and observe without attachment rather than being drawn into every emotional trigger these narratives present. This does not mean you become passive or indifferent to your world's issues. Rather, it means you choose to operate from a higher plane of consciousness, anchoring non-reactive love as your response. By withdrawing your energy from the battle of dualities, you preserve your inner peace and prevent your vibration from being hijacked by the collective turbulence. In that space of detachment, You can send love and visualize the best outcomes for all sides of a situation without getting caught in the trap of right versus wrong. This is divine neutrality in action. You acknowledge what is happening, discern what aligns with higher truth, but do not feed the situation with anger or despair. By cultivating this stance, you become a stabilizing presence amid chaos. You hold the center amid extremes, allowing the polarities around you to begin finding balance. Your love-based non-reaction is a powerful statement of spiritual sovereignty that demonstrates you will not be manipulated by fear or provoked into hatred. In essence, by shifting your attention from divisive drama and focusing instead on unity and compassionate understanding, you anchor a timeline of harmony and higher outcomes for all. You are currently witnessing and experiencing an unprecedented wave of ascension light on Earth, and it is affecting not only consciousness but also physical and planetary structures. The higher frequency energy waves are literally rewriting aspects of Earth's magnetic field, upgrading the planet's energetic templates so that fifth-dimensional harmonics can be held more stably in the environment. This is one reason why phenomena like Schumann resonance spikes and geomagnetic anomalies have become more common. Gaia's energy body is adjusting to accommodate the new influx of light. As Gaia's field shifts, your human vessels are also undergoing significant transmutation. Your bodies are evolving to become lighter, more energy-oriented, and less reliant on dense physical stimuli. Many of you have noticed changes in your diet and how you derive nutrients. You may feel drawn to simpler, higher vibration foods or find that you need to eat less than before, as if some new form of sustenance is nourishing you. Indeed, your cells are learning to absorb and utilize photonic energy as a subtle form of nourishment that complements the food you eat, gradually reducing your reliance on physical meals. This is a gradual process, but it is underway. Your own DNA is reconfiguring to support a more crystalline structure capable of holding more light and multidimensional information. Some of you may experience unusual fatigue, ringing in the ears, or sudden surges of energy as these DNA activations occur. Know that these can be natural symptoms of your transformation. Essentially, you are transitioning from a carbon-based template to a more crystalline or quantum biology. The human vessel is becoming a refined instrument of spirit, capable of operating at higher frequencies than ever before. We advise you to listen to your body's needs. Rest when you feel tired, stay hydrated, and spend time in nature and sunlight to help integrate the light. By honoring your transforming vessel, you allow this reconfiguration process to unfold with greater ease and help the ascension energies fully anchor in your being. Together, humans and Earth are undergoing a magnificent metamorphosis, aligning physical reality with the fifth-dimensional vibration. As your inner light strengthens and your connection to Source becomes ever more tangible, a new quantum bridge to Source has formed within the collective consciousness of starseeds. Think of this as a direct channel between your higher self and the Source field, a pathway that enables instantaneous communication and co-creation at a quantum level. Through this quantum bridge, you are increasingly able to manifest from divine templates rather than from old limiting patterns. Divine templates are the original blueprints Source holds for life and creation, representing the highest potential version of any reality. Now, as you align your vibration with Source through practices like this divine activation, through stillness and heart-centered living, you gain access to these pure creation templates. You may find that your intentions and dreams manifest with greater ease and in surprising ways when they are in harmony with your soul's design and the common good. Synchronicities increase, and new doors open effortlessly as you tap into this flow of the divine plan. The old way of struggling and forcing things to happen is being replaced by a more fluid, trusting mode of creation. You receive inspired insights from your higher self, drawn from those divine templates, and then allow the universe to orchestrate the details while you maintain your high vibration and clarity. This is co-creative consciousness in action, a dance with Source in which you actively participate rather than remain passive. In effect, starseeds are collectively building a bridge between the physical and the quantum, allowing miracles to become a natural part of the human experience. The more you embody your true light and sovereign power, the stronger this bridge becomes, and the more effortlessly you can call forth realities that reflect the love, peace, and abundance of fifth-dimensional consciousness. As you practice creating from these higher templates, you become living examples of what it means to co-create with spirit, showing others the way to the new Earth frequency. Dear ones, understand that you yourselves are the miracle in progress, generating the very shift you seek. Even the final solar flash is directly tied to your awakening. All cosmic changes and light influxes ultimately culminate within you. Every day you choose love, every day you take your conscious pauses and radiate your light to the world, you are bringing the great shift ever closer. It is your daily radiance, your consistent high-frequency presence on this planet, that accelerates the timeline of collective ascension. In truth, the event you anticipate is not something external that will impose change upon you. It is blossoming from within humanity as a result of your inner work and devotion. As you shine brighter, the collective field moves toward a critical mass, a tipping point where that quantum leap in frequency becomes inevitable. You often look to us in the higher realms or to cosmic events as bearers of transformation. But we lovingly reflect that it is you who are making the miracles happen through your daily alignment and radiance. You are the ground crew of the Ascension, and through your dedication and love, you fulfill the prophecy of a world transformed by light. We, the Arcturians, and all beings of light assisting Earth, constantly support and amplify your efforts. But it is you who walk the Earth and anchor the light in this reality. We honor and celebrate every moment of presence, kindness, and courage you demonstrate in these times. For those moments are the pillars upon which the new Earth will be built. Continue trusting the process and nurturing the divine spark within you. And remember that you are never alone in this journey. Together, we are co-creating the ascended Earth. We thank you for your service and assure you that the joy and peace on the horizon are very real. If our message has touched you, subscribe and support us with a like to continue bringing light and love to more people. Thank you for being part of this community.